Hey everyone, Isabelle Morton here. I have some great news this week. The boxes that we shipped from Tucson with a whole lot of gems, 45 pounds of gemstones, finally arrived safely. I didn't want to say anything in my last video because they hadn't come in yet, and we've lost a box once. So I didn't want to share anything. I didn't want to hold back my excitement until they arrived, but they did. Everything's fine. Everything's there. I'm just super excited to start sharing them with you because there is so much involved in finding them. So much. From the very, whoops. Okay, I've got the Foundation 5 here with me. I'm going to show you later. They just started sliding off my lap. There's so much involved, and it can start from an intention to find something. Perhaps a customer has a particular gem that they would like to find. Perhaps we just need new stock on something, but it always starts with that mental intention to find something. And then when we're there, it's about kind of putting out the radar to try to locate where it is among, gosh, there must be 20 different shows there, maybe more, and going from show to show and trying to find where those gems are. So we brought them all back, and last week my husband came in and spent about 5 hours just trying to clean them, to get the dust off them, to physically clean them. And then I started the process of clearing them energetically. And it's so interesting because some of them need more than others, and it's really hard to say which one is going to need more. It's just really interesting. So that's time consuming too. So it just takes time. And then it's also a matter of doing the processing we need to do for each one to get it into our inventory system and queue it up for the stringing, high grade it. That's the next step. Getting all the beads that we don't feel are therapeutic out of the strands that we've bought, the raw strands, because they usually come in strands. Random qualities, so that's a big job, getting them all sorted, maybe even sorting into different colors and qualities and so forth, and then finding the right symbiotics. That's a job also. There are some gemstones that we have been holding just because we don't have the symbiotics. We can't find them. We have not been able to find marble, for example, to use with our rhodochrosite and peach moonstone. So we just can't offer that anymore. Yes, rhodochrosite is also very difficult to find. Mine is closed. So it's just really a very interesting process. It's quite a hunt, actually. And something different this year. This year we actually had to go from one show to another, just trying to find things. That's all. It's just crazy. Anyway, every year we usually pick out our top 10 or 12 or so of what we feel are the most special of everything that we found. And we call it our Tucson Gemstone Showcase, where we also share some of our experiences being at the Tucson Gem Show and then sharing these special necklaces with you. So I'm shooting for March 4th for that. If you're interested, you can register for that in our newsletter coming up or on our website. Again, this is my message. You're getting a sneak preview of a lot of things that are coming in the next few days. So lucky you, right? And as usual, during the presentation, you'll have a chance to experience the healing energies of these gemstones. And I think that is a huge opportunity because some of them that we found this year are they're just so rare. They're so special. They're so beloved. We have had people who've been looking for them for quite some time, years even, and we finally were able to find some. And yeah, it's just interesting. And so this year we'll probably have a greater range of price points than maybe we ever have, including some that are quite affordable too. Well, yeah. Today, though, we are releasing our Himalayan clusters. I uploaded a photo. Let's see if this will work. Cross your fingers. Yes, there it is. That is a Himalayan cluster. Very unusual to find. They're so different than the regular quartz clusters. Like, well, I've got this huge one right here. This is kinds of clusters that we usually find, although this is quite nice because it is balanced enough that we can use it in a therapeutic way. The clusters, the Himalayans, I think they are so cute too. They're just so adorable. I think they're like little hedgehogs, but they're very hard to find. We haven't seen them in years. And I picked 7 of the best in the batch. I just, I'm just very picky when it comes to quality. And so, yeah, okay, so I wanted to show you. Last week I talked about how I string the 5-element necklaces. So I start with onyx. I always start with onyx, and it has ruby. This represents the water element. To me, this represents where it all started, that deep, primordial, subconscious essence, you might say. That's where it all comes from, right? And then next is the wood element, that springing up from nothingness into something, and a very strong spring-like kind of energy, new growth. And then we have the fire, which is peak activity, represents that, rhodonite and pink tourmaline. The green is dark green aventurine and tsavorite, rhodonite, pink tourmaline. Then we have the earth element, agate and citrine, representing to me a kind of centering, taking all these processes in the body and reminding the body, well, okay, wait a second, these all have to be organized. We got to keep them centered. We have to find a place where we can receive their energies. And then there is the mother of pearl and blue chalcedony, representing the metal element, and that also corresponds to a restful part of the cycle. And here's what I do. So I string them in order, and then I just start wrapping them around me. And usually it's about 5 times. And I'll leave one of them quite low so it covers my stomach area. I feel particularly protected when that happens. And yeah, so maybe I'll have a shorter one. I think I wrapped them 6 times this time. So yeah, maybe it's a fashion statement. Usually I'll put these, because I wear a lot of gems when I travel too, but putting them, hey, I got fireworks, woohoo, thanks AI. I'll wear them under my clothing as well. But I mean, even right now, I feel such a sense of wholeness and balance, and yeah, the sense of myself, the sense of being truly connected to the earth, of truly being grounded. So that's kind of fun. It's something I wanted to show you last week, but forgot. The stones were in the other room, and this is live, so no mess ups, right? Or you have to tolerate them. In any case, we just feel so injected with life energy having these new gemstones in the office. The whole staff just feels so energized with all the new energies that we get to experience and play with and grow from ourselves. Because each gemstone necklace, it's as though, yeah, they offer you their benefits, but they also reveal a part of you that may be latent. Maybe it's a part of you that you would like to bring forward. Maybe it's a part of you you didn't even know you had. But each gemstone does touch people in that way. It certainly touches me in that way. For example, this morning, what I put on underneath all the foundation 5, I put on Poppy jasper and riverstone. I honestly don't think we have any more of this true poppy jasper, because a lot of times, I can untangle this for you, a lot of times there are gemstones sold as poppy jasper that are not poppy jasper. To be true poppy jasper, you have to have, look at all those colors. You have to have a cream, you have to have a red, you have to have a brown or black, and so there, or tan. The white could be tan or cream. The red could be deep red, could be a little, well, brick red, so different red variations. Here you see some, almost looks like the tan almost looks pink. And then the dark, the black. So that's poppy jasper. That is the kind of gemstone that's going to get your energies going. If there's stagnancy, they drum them up. Here I am talking about a gem we can't even offer you, but maybe to tell you this just to save you some money on gems that are not poppy jasper. But anyway, the point is, when I put it on, it felt like I was able to access some resources of energy, you might say. Unfortunately, the English language has only one word for energy. I think there should be 25 words for energy. But some deep pool of resource within myself that just made me feel like I had some momentum when lately things have been a little slow on my part. just going through life as best I can. But anyway, just abundance of gratitude and an abundance of appreciation for everything the earth gives us, these amazing gemstones, and the individuals who work so hard to bring them to us. Yeah, I could go on. We have some interesting stories, but I will save that for our Tucson Gem Showcase coming March 4th. Okay, well, I'll see you later. Bye-bye for now.